Hey guys, it's me, 80s from 4. Today, guys, we're back for the Champions League second leg, round of 16 games for this week, guys. And of course, guys, we'll be discussing about the matches here. So, like I said, guys, Champions League is back, guys, and we're now going to continue with the second leg. Let's go ahead and discuss about the first match we got here is Ajax versus Benfica. So, for me in that first match, guys, Benfica held Ajax to a 2-2 draw at home. And even though Ajax are the better team, I think we all know that Benfica did play very well in the first leg, and gave them a lot of problems. And their low block was very difficult for Ajax to deal through, and they overall had a very good game. And you could see how Benfica managed were very good. They got the second goal, rightfully so deserved, and really pushed for it. However, I do think Ajax at home will be a very different beast. I know Ajax's home record is still kind of iffy. I know the home record isn't as great as their away record, but still, Ajax at home, I reckon they should get the job done. Benfica on the road isn't that great, guys. They haven't even won a single away game. They only got one draw in the Champions League this season on the road, and I do believe actually two draws. My bad. I just think Ajax is going to win this game. And you look at the lineups for both teams. Ajax, you have Onana, Rensch, Shores, Martinez, Blend, Edson Alvarez, Burquois, Gravenberch, Anthony, Haller, Tadic. Players are out. Pasveer is out. Kleber is out. Stekelenburg is out. And Itzerin is out. Doubtful is Mazruri, Timber, Broadbury, and Gorter. And misses the next matchup book is Edson Alvarez and Timber. Edson Alvarez, man, it's a big loss. So hopefully Ajax don't lose him because, like I said, guys, if they have suspended, it will be very difficult for them in the quarterfinal fixture. As for Benfica, though, their expected line with Vashimir, Zio Bolcher, Otamendi, Vertonghen, Grimaldo, Wiggle, Terabet, Everton, Gonzalo Ramos, Rafa Silva, Darwin Nunes, out Seferovic through a thigh. That might be a blessing in disguise because of how Seferovic is just very bad in my opinion. It's just a very inconsistent striker. Just doesn't really isn't very consistent, to be honest with you guys. This next matchup book is Grimaldo, João Mario, Otamendi, Rafa Silva, Wiggle, Yaremchuk. That's a lot of players missing, guys. And so Benfica, man, they're gonna go for it, man. They're gonna go for it. And it's gonna be a lot of absentees, man. So hopefully, for their sake, they don't get any players yellow card. But for this game, guys, I am going to go with Ajax to prevail here, guys. I'm going to say Ajax to win 2-1 at home. I think this will be very close. It'll be as close to first leg, but I do give Ajax a slender advantage just because they're playing at home. And I feel like Sebastian Haller will do the business. And yeah, I just think that for me, Ajax is just in particular very good. So, they should win this game. And they should win it. So we now move on to the next one we have is Manchester United versus Atletico Madrid. Perhaps the game of the week in the Champions League. And it'll be interesting to see how this one pans out. So you guys can see Manchester. Oh, crap. I don't want to play the highlights there. It's so annoying that they keep putting it there. I don't want to get any copyright strikes. So, I'm just showing the UEFA website. But anyways, let's go look at the lineup here. So we got David De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Varane, Shaw, Fred, McTominay, Elanga, Bruno Fernandes, Sancho, Ronaldo. Now, I did hear that Bruno Fernandes might miss this match because he did test positive, which I'm not so sure, if I'm being honest with you guys. So we'll see if that happens. And then doubtful is Cavani, who's doubtful. Varane as well. Shaw is out. Doubtful as well. And then missing this next match, it booked Alex Tellez and Luke Shaw. And then for Atletico Madrid, their expected line was Oblak, Savage, Jimenez, Rinaldi, Lorenzo, Herrera, Koke, DePaul, Lodi, Joao Felix, Griezmann out. Carrasco is suspended for this game. He will not take part. Hermoso is also out, expected. Cunha is out. Was is out. Doubtful is Versaco, Carrera, Lamar, and Kongdabia. This is the next matchup book. Joao Felix, Kongdabia, Lorenzo, Renan Lodi, and Suarez. Those are some big, interesting thing. The thing about this, guys, is that it's such a difficult game to call because we know how Manchester United is like. Defensively, they're very unstable, and with Maguire in the back, they're going to concede a goal. We already know that. And for Atletico Madrid, the thing about Atletico Madrid is just they haven't really. I just don't know how Simeone is going to approach this game because I just have a sneaky feeling that Simeone will come into this game with the mindset of trying to park this game, trying to go for penalties, which would be a very cowardly decision in my opinion. That would be like a cowardly decision to do, because in this game you have to go out there and try to win. It's as if the first leg never happened. And so I'm hoping that Atletico Madrid actually plays more of a team and actually tries to go for it. Because like I said, guys, this is it for them. This is the decisive game for them. And this is the game that matters to them a lot. So if they fail to this game, they're out of the Champions League. So I don't know, man. This is a very difficult one to call. A very difficult one to call. Do I think Ronaldo will have a brace because he had a masterclass against Spurs, got a hat trick on the weekend, and now is looking to do back-to-back hat tricks against Atletico Madrid. I don't think he's going to do back-to-back hat tricks. I don't think he is, but he's going to score on the day. Let me make that clear. He's scoring at Old Trafford. At least one goal he's scoring in. It's a tough one, guys. It's a very difficult one to call. I think for me, this could potentially go to extra time. In which, guys, believe it or not, I am actually going to predict this game to go extra time. I'm going to say this game ends 1-1 after 90 minutes. I think Manchester United will score first. They'll have abundance of chances. And then I feel like Atletico Madrid will just equalize through a Maguire mistake. I just have that feeling. And it will be almost like the opposite of the first leg, where Atletico got an early lead, Manchester United got a late equalizer, and I think this time around things will actually be different. I think it's going to be the reverse in this one. Then, all of a sudden, extra time, Manchester United, Ronaldo will score the decisive goal, very close to the end of extra time. And I'm going to say Manchester United wins 2-1. The reason why I'm going with United to win this game over Atletico Madrid is simply because, first of all, number one is Simeone. I just don't think Simeone is really the guy for the job for Manchester United. I mean, not sorry, Atletico Madrid. As well as I feel like United, they just have. I just feel like for me, Ronaldo plays so much better without Bruno Fernandes. And if Bruno Fernandes doesn't play, and Ronaldo does play, I think Ronaldo will do very well because I just don't think the two can work well together. Like you have to have one or the other. And I feel like for me, United will really be up for it because it's at home. I could see like Luke Shaw, Alex Tellez being crucial players, maybe Delout as well, and yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see how this one pans out because, like I said, guys, this is a very tough one to call. But I just think United will be up for it. They're gonna go for it, and I just think that Atletico Madrid, they're just gonna be too defensive in the game. They're gonna be too defensive, but they're gonna score just because Maguire is just there. Maguire is just a mistake in the making. So I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win. But man, I'm not confident with this prediction whatsoever. Not confident whatsoever. So first player to score for Manchester United. I don't think it'll be. I don't think Ronaldo will score twice. Oh wait, Ronaldo is doubtful? Why is he doubtful on here? What the heck? This is really strange. I'm not sure why, but he will score, but will he score the first goal? Will he score a brace? You know what, guys? I'm gonna pick Ronaldo. I'm gonna pick Ronaldo, guys. I think Ronaldo's gonna. I think Ronaldo will score one. Not sure. He might score in extra time, but he's gonna score at least one. So I'm gonna put Ronaldo to score. Okay, then we're moving on. We have Lille versus Chelsea. Can this thing just not play? Okay, there we go. So we have Lille versus Chelsea. We got Lille. They have Jardim, Zeki, Silik, Botman, Fonse, Thiago, Dejolo, Weah, Andre Xhaka Bamba, Ben Afra, Jonathan David, out Renato Sanchez. That's a big injury. Missing next match of Bookberg, Yilmaz, and Fonse. As for Chelsea, they got Mendy, Chalobah, Silva, Rudiger, Azpilicueta, Conte, Kovacic, Alonso, Mount, Havertz, Lukaku. Out Chilwell, James, Hamstring, and Dafel, Hudson-Odoi, and missing next match of booked Loftus-Cheek, Rubus Loftus-Cheek. For me, guys, I think Chelsea are through to the next round. And let me just be honest with you guys, this Lille team, I just think that Lille is just too reliant on Jonathan David. And especially with Renato Sanchez being out, I think that's gonna be a big blow for them. Because for me, he was the best player for me in Lille in that game against Chelsea in the first leg. And without his presence, I think Chelsea will be really running over this Lille team. And I think this Chelsea team in particular is looking very good. Defensively, they've been very solid. While Lille is a team that I think defensively are pretty solid, I don't think they're that bad defensively. I think they're very strong defensively as well. I just think for me, Chelsea's attack has been great, and Havertz has been on really good form. And I just think that Chelsea will win the game. I mean, this game they don't even need to win. They're basically through, in my opinion. They just need at least a draw, in which, let's be real, they should be navigating through. So I'm going to go for a very safe 1-0 win for Chelsea. I don't think they'll be bully going for this game. I think we might see a rotate 11 or the players not give it their all just because, like I said, guys, Chelsea are pretty much through to the next round. And, yeah, with 1-0, it's going to be interesting. So I'm going to say Havertz actually scores yet again. I think Havertz has been their best player. And I do think that Chelsea will progress through to the quarterfinals with a 1-0 on aggregate, 1-0 on the game, which will be 3-0 on aggregate, which would pretty much send them through to the quarterfinals. Now we move on to the last game, guys. We have Juventus versus Villarreal. Guys, this is a tough one to call. This is a very tough one to call. Let's go ahead and look into the thing here, so you guys can see right here. Oh, why is it? Why does it keep putting the videos like down the side? Very frustrating. Anyways, they have Chesney, Danilo, Bonici. Okay, let me pause that. I thought that was paused already. Okay, Chesney, Danilo, Bonici, Delit, Alexandra, Quadrado, Locatelli, Arthur, Rabiot, Morata, Vlahovic. Chiesa is out, McKennie is out, Doubtful, Bonici, Zakaria, Dybala, Chiellini. Quadrado is going to be missing the next match of booked. Rabiot is going to miss the next match of booked. As for Villarreal, you have Rulli, Foyth, Albiol, Pau Torres, Pedreza, Chukwueze, Capoya, Pereira, Yermo Pino, Lo Celso, Dan Juma. Out Alberto Moreno, he's out for this game. Doubtful Adre Moreno, Alcacer, Alberto Moreno, Ruben Pena. Missing next match of book, Alberto Moreno, Pereira, Rulli. Let's talk about this one, guys. This is a very interesting one because for me, guys, I think the thing about Juve is that they're very good defensively. They're very solid. This Juve team is very pragmatic, and you can see under Allegri how good they have been in this Serie A. They've actually been very good, and they're right now in the top four. They actually have the current longest unbeaten streak in the all top five leagues. As for Villarreal, they've been kind of inconsistent every now and then. They've been kind of struggling. And the thing with this Villarreal team is that they play so well, but for me, they're just finishing just awful, man. They're finishing so awful. Whereas Juve, on the other hand, you just give them one chance, they can put them in the back of the net. But we saw from the first leg how Villarreal dominated the game after Juve scored, and they eventually got their equalizer through Danny Pereira. And so it's going to be interesting to see how this one pans out. I think this could be very similar to the first leg, and in a sense where it could end 1-1 and go to penalties, in which I actually believe it could happen. Because I'm just being honest with you guys. I just think for me both teams are so even that there isn't really much to separate for the two teams. But I will say this though, for Juve in particular, if there was a team to win this in 120 minutes, which one do I favor more? I favor Juventus more. But I just have a sneaky feeling that Villarreal will get an equalizer like they did in the first leg and go for penalties. And I could see this game ending 1-1. Juve scoring first, Villarreal equalizing in the second half. And then I could see this going to penalties, in which I actually would favor Villarreal. And the reason why I'd favor Villarreal on the penalties is just because I just feel like for me, Juventus are not great on penalties. And I feel like Villarreal, they're just too good. I feel like Villarreal, they already have a game plan when it comes to penalties, and they've already been in 2 penalty shots recently. You look at the one they played against United, and then you look at the one they played against Chelsea. So, and I think Rulli is a very good penalty stopper. Whereas Chesney, in my opinion, isn't that great, in my opinion. So, but it'll be interesting because, like I said, guys, I could see Juve doing this. But I do think, though, Villarreal might pull through. But it'll be very interesting. So, as far as goal scores for those guys, I'm going to say Vlahovic, he's going to score for Juve. I think he will score for Juve. And I think Villarreal will then equalize. And this ends 1-1. So, let's see what happens, guys. Because, like I said before, guys, I think that's a very balanced game. That's a very tough one to call. I wouldn't be surprised to see Juve doing it, but I just think that for me, guys, I just think that for me, Juve will just be too pragmatic. I feel like Juve, once they score first, I feel like they're going to go ahead and sit back and allow Villarreal to dominate, and it's just up to Villarreal to see if they can get their scoring chances in. So let me go to reiterate my predictions. So that means I have Ajax through to the next round, Manchester United through to the next round, Chelsea through to the next round, and Villarreal through the next round via penalties. We'll see what happens, because like I said, we've got some interesting round of 16 games. And of course, guys, I will be doing a live stream on Wednesday after the matches. And so you guys can give your thoughts. And of course, I'll give you guys my thoughts and some crazy Champions League action. So if you guys did enjoy. So if you guys are new around here, I recommend you hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Comment down below your thoughts. Check out my multipliers in the description below. And if you did enjoy this, please share with your friends and turn the notifications on all videos. And I'll be seeing you guys later. Peace out. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and say this. I forgot to mention this. Ajax, I think Haller will score brace, and Benfica, I could see maybe like Darwin Nunez. Atletico Madrid, I'm going to say Felix. And for Villarreal, I'm going to say Dan Juma.